Hi everybody, I've got to the part in my quiet times where Joshua dies. And it was really funny because last night I was with a very close person in my life and they were reading a book. And this book was on worship, and they read this chapter that said that we worship God because He's the only person who is famous forever. You know, in God's time span, the people who are famous now are famous for 15 minutes. You know, that 15-minute of fame, and then they die. Recently, a lot of famous people have died. But God, He's the only one that will never die. And when I read about Joshua dying, and he's been such a big part of the book of Joshua, obviously, and what was going on at that time, I was sad. And I thought to myself, oh, I'm not going to read any more about Joshua, because I've got so much from that book. But, you know, it really struck me that God is incredible, isn't He? I mean, there's no words for how amazing He is, and that's why everything is about Him and everything is about His glory. But what is even more glorious to me is that He's invited us to share that glory. He's invited us into His beauty, into His loveliness. You know, why is it that everything is about that, His glory? That kind of sounds and can seem really selfish, like God, you know, this egotistical God that everyone must worship me. But actually it's because He's so magnificent. It's not everything has to be about me. It's I want to share everything about me with you. In a love relationship, I'm the kind of person who just wants to give everything of myself. I just want to care for that person. I want to talk to that person. I want to share everything. And I talk, and I think I try as best as I can to lavish whatever I can upon that person, because my dad used to say that he just used to open up like a flower, and I think that's what I'm like. And my dad was told, be a bit more Bud-like, because as humans, when we open up like flowers, we often get stung and begin to recoil. But God is like a flower. He literally goes, here I am, have all of me. Here I am, take all of me. He literally wants us to enjoy His glory and enjoy His beauty. Part of worship is enjoying His glory and enjoying His beauty. And I heard someone once that God almost sits there with a mirror and He shines it back down to us. We say we love you, He says I love you. We say you're wonderful, He says I think you're wonderful. We say you're beautiful, He says I've given that beauty to you. We say you're glorious, He says I think you're so glorious, you're worth dying for, you're amazing. It's a two-way love relationship. That's why all of the law is built on those two commandments. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, all your strength, all your will, in a two-way relationship, and love other people as you would love yourself. And all the other commandments were built or made like a plan so that people would fulfill those two commandments. Isn't it incredible that as we see the glory in God, we can begin to treat people better, shall we say, than what we would treat them before? God is so amazing and so glorious, and I just want to say how fantastic it is that He has invited us into His glory. So if you ever feel like, you know, God must be an egotistical God, please stop for a minute, look around you, talk to God about really who He is. It's my glory and not anything to do with you. It's His glory, but He's giving it to us. He's inviting us in to that beauty which is Him. Isn't that fantastic? See you later.